Hello, beautiful people of the internet. How are you doing today? My name is Jackie, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is going to be the start of another reading vlog, a mysteries and thrillers reading vlog. To be precise, I just checked out 2 thrillers from the library that have been really hyped on BookTube, and I feel like I'm one of the last people to read them. So I figured, why not vlog it so you guys can follow me along as I read lots of spooky books for the month of October. There is also another book that I have to read for my writing the literary review class, which my teacher described as a thriller, though honestly, I'd never heard of the book before and I know very little about it, but I'm going to order it off the internet and read it for class, so maybe I'll share that with you guys as well. So the 2 books that I just checked out from the library are My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing and Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. I read Final Girls by Riley Sager and The Last Time I Lied by him, both this year. Final Girls I only thought was okay, but The Last Time I Lied I really enjoyed. So I am excited to check out this one as well. This is a thriller following a girl who gets a job as an apartment sitter at this very old building, and there are very strict rules placed on her saying that she can't tell anybody else that she is apartment sitting for this mysterious person, and she finds out the last apartment sitter died under mysterious circumstances. So sounds really creepy. Ruth Ware on the blurb compares it to Rosemary's Baby. I don't know. I'm really excited to read this. Then My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing is a thriller about a married couple who murder people, I think. Honestly, not entirely sure what this is about 100%, but I know that Books and Lala really loved this book when she read it, and listen, I don't know her, I've never met her, she has no idea who I am, but I trust her, okay? If she says this book is good, then I want to check it out because I trust her opinions on thrillers. Now, the book that I have to read for class is called Leave the World Behind by Ramen Alam. I don't remember his name, I'm sorry. And my teacher described this as a thriller sort of in the vein of Get Out. I will look up a description of the book online for you because I'm really not sure what it is about, so we'll find out together, I guess. Okay, so Leave the World Behind by Rumen Alam. It is described as a magnetic novel about 2 families, strangers to each other, who are forced together on a long weekend gone terribly wrong. This is a description. Amanda and Clay head out to a remote corner of Long Island expecting a vacation, a quiet reprieve from life in New York City, quality time with their teenage son and daughter, and a taste of the good life in the luxurious home they've rented for the week. But a late-night knock on the door breaks the spell. Ruth and GH are an older black couple. It's their house, and they've arrived in a panic. They bring the news that a sudden blackout has swept the city. But in this rural area, with the TV and internet now down and no cell phone service, it's hard to know what to believe. Should Amanda and Clay trust this couple, and vice versa? What happened back in New York? Is the vacation home, isolated from civilization, a truly safe place for their families? And are they safe from one another? So that's what the book is about. I hope it's good. It sounds interesting. I'm going to order that and hopefully it will arrive soon. So first in this vlog, I will be reading one of these. Not sure which one I'm going to read first. I think maybe I will read the first chapter of each and then decide which one I want to read first. I have these from the library until October 31st, Halloween, so that is plenty of time. I'm going to devour these long before then, for sure. And that's what you can expect from this vlog, so hope you'll stick around and see what happens. So I started reading My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing, and so far I am really enjoying this. I just wanted to keep reading it. I have read 109 pages, and so far it's really good. So yes, this book is about a couple who have been married for a long time. They have 2 kids, but they got bored in their marriage, and so they start finding women that they can murder. The book is so good so far. From the very first chapter, it was super engrossing, and the narration is just like so chilling. The husband is narrating the book. I don't think it ever says what his real name is, and he and his wife Millicent are killing people. For them, it's a thrill to find these women that they're going to kill. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say other than so far, the book is really, really good. So, when I went outside today, I was on page 109 of My Lovely Wife, and now at the end of the night, I am on page 322. So, I only have about 50 more pages in this book. I'm going to try to finish it before I go to sleep tonight. And I've really, really enjoyed it so far. I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but I really like the writing. And while this is not necessarily a mystery per se, because we know from the beginning that our narrator, whose name is never mentioned, and his wife Millicent have killed women, and so that's not a mystery, there are little surprises and complications in their murder plans that come up throughout the book, and there was something a little surprising that happened right before I stopped reading that I enjoyed. So I'm really excited to see how this book is going to end. There's only 50 pages left, so I really want to know what's going to happen. Like, is there going to be enough time for everything to wrap up? But I really, really enjoyed this so far. You see, Books and Lala has not done me wrong yet. Okay, like I said before, I don't know her, she doesn't know me, but I trust her. And for good reason, because she has turned me on to some really good books. Hello, today is Monday, and last night I finished reading My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing, and I really loved this. I was so engrossed in it. I started the book on Saturday afternoon, and I'd finished it by bedtime on Sunday. So, like, less than 48 hours for me to read 371 pages of this book, but it was just so good. Like I said, I think this is more of a thriller than a mystery because from the beginning you know that this couple are guilty of these murders, but there are things that are revealed along the way and a little bit of a plot twist at the end, which was fun. I do think the ending was a little bit rushed in some aspects, but honestly, I don't really care because I just enjoyed this book so much. I haven't been reading as much recently, so to get through this book so quickly and to enjoy it so much was just great. I loved this book. It was really, really good. I do think there is a question I want to ask about the ending. So I'm going to do a spoiler section here. You're going to see spoilers on the screen, and as long as that is on the screen, that means I'm talking about spoilers. When it goes away, you are safe if you haven't read the book. Okay, so now, the ending. I want to know how people who read this book interpreted the ending, where our main character, whose real name is never revealed, he's now living in Scotland after killing his wife and him and his kids getting away, and he introduces himself to a woman in a bar as Quentin, writing it out on his phone like he did when he was pretending to be Tobias, the deaf character he played. So I want to know how people who read this book interpreted that. I saw on Goodreads there was some debate about what the ending meant, and the author responded to somebody's question saying, the ending means whatever you think it means. And personally, I interpreted it as the main character is going to kill again. Quentin was the other name he discussed using for his Tobias persona, so I think he wants to commit more murders. Obviously, the murders were Millicent's idea, but throughout the whole book, I couldn't fully sympathize with our main character because, I mean, he was going along with it. He was getting a thrill from stalking these women too, and while he had a bit more of a conscience than Millicent, he still enjoyed murdering people. So I interpreted the ending as he's going to start preying on women again. Some people said they thought he was just looking for a one-night stand. I don't know. Personally, that's how I interpreted it, and I'd be really interested to hear how other people who read the book interpreted it. So guys, that is it. I really enjoyed this book. I personally loved it and would definitely recommend it to people who are interested who haven't read it yet. And now we are going to move on to the next book for this vlog, which is Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. Super excited for this one too. Hello everyone, it is Tuesday and I am here with Buttercup to talk about Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. I started it yesterday and I've read 99 pages. So far, I like it. I don't think it grabbed me as instantly as My Lovely Wife did, but I'm definitely interested to see where this is going to go. So our main character, Jules, just lost her job and her boyfriend. She really needs money, so she is going to be an apartment sitter at the Bartholomew, this very famous apartment building in the Upper West Side, which is featured in a book that Jules would read with her sister, Jane, when she was younger. And we find out very early in the book that Jane disappeared years ago, which I think definitely is going to have to come into relevance later. So far, I am enjoying this. I just got to the part where Ingrid, another apartment sitter, disappears. So just starting to get into the main mystery of this whole thing. Excited to see where the book is going to go. This is like so random, but I love how Jules names the gargoyle outside her window George, because, okay, here's a sidebar about me. When I was a kid, I named all my stuffed animals George. So that just really resonated with me. I think it's because when I was a kid, I liked the show Cyber Chase. Did any of you guys watch that when you were little? And there was a character on the show who named everything George. So I named everything George. So the fact that she picked that specific name for the gargoyle just was so funny to me. I don't know if you enjoyed that little story about my childhood, but I named everything George when I was a kid. I guess I wasn't a very creative child. You rolling, baby? Hi, cutie. Ooh. Yeah. That's nice. So, I'm heading back outside. I was sitting out there for the last 2 hours and I read 200 pages of Lock Every Door. I was on 99, now I'm on 299, and it seems like the resolution is going a certain way, and I'm so angry. I hate this. There's still 72 pages left, so hopefully this is just a fake out and the actual reason is something different, because, oh my god, this is so stupid. I have to finish the book now. I'm like so angry, but I gotta finish it. This was so stupid. I am legitimately really angry right now because, like, the beginning of the book was so good. The first 200 something pages were 4 or 5 stars, but the ending was so bad. It was so bad. It was surprising, but it was bad. I just don't believe it. It didn't make sense, and I'm like legitimately angry because I was enjoying the book so much and the ending sucked. It sucked. I don't know what to say other than I'm so irritated. The ending was so bad. It just was not believable. In retrospect, some elements of it make sense, but my suspension of disbelief is just too high. Like, I can't believe that something like this would actually happen. I mean, I guess it could, but I still think it's stupid. And I'm just so mad because the beginning of the book was so good and the ending was such a major letdown. I guess I have to sort of average the two and say that the book is like 3 stars because the beginning was awesome, but the ending was like 1 star in my book. It was just bad. I hated it. I really hated it. So that's where I'm at. Yeah. The good thing is I read 2 books in like 4 days, which is great because I haven't been reading a lot this month, so that felt really good to finish two books so quickly. And so far we had one that I loved and one that really let me down. I'm also disappointed because I know so many people said that they really liked Lock Every Door. I saw some people say it was their favorite Riley Sager, and I am so disappointed. I don't even know what to say other than I'm so angry, so disappointed, so upset, and then I thought the ending was stupid. Those are like the only words in my vocabulary right now. So I guess that's it. Also, I felt like some of the dialogue in the ending was just unbelievable and cheesy. Like, one of the bad guys was talking like he was a super villain or like he belonged in a Bond movie or something. I was like, what person would actually talk like this? It's just not believable. But anyways, so I'm sorry that I can't say anything more articulate about this. I literally just finished it before I sat down to film this, and I'm still like the rawness of my anger. Ugh, man. So I guess that's that. And now I'm going to read Leave the World Behind, which my copy did arrive. I'll go get it. So like I said, I really don't know what to expect from this book. I was surprised by how short it is. It's less than 300 pages, which was surprising to me. But hopefully it'll be interesting. I feel like maybe it's good that I'm going in with no expectations, because then I can't be disappointed. Like I was disappointed by this, because my expectations were so high, and then the ending sucked. Anyways, I'm sorry. Did I mention that the ending sucked? And then it made me angry and I think it's stupid. Did I mention that? Anyways, okay. I'm just rambling at this point. So that's it for Lock Every Door. Now we're going to move on to hopefully a better book. Hello. So today is Monday the 19th. I haven't talked to you guys in a while, and I have not yet started Leave the World Behind. However, today when I looked on my class website, I realized that the review, 800 to 1,000 words for this book, is apparently due on Friday. And oh man, when my teacher talked to us about this assignment less than 2 weeks ago, she was all like, oh, no rush, just get the book as soon as you can and take your time reading it, no biggie, have fun with it. And I guess the joke's on me for not checking this week's assignments like last week or something, because I didn't realize that it was due this Friday. I mean, usually I just look at the schedule for this week and I'm like, okay, this is what I need to get done this week, and I don't look at next week's until it is next week. So I have to read all of this by Friday and write my full review to submit. Good thing this book is not that long, because I need to finish this, and I also have to read for other classes all of this, Utopia by Sir Thomas More, and another 50-something pages of this, To the Lighthouse by Virginia Woolf, which I've read before and I'm not a huge fan of. So I guess these are just going to be my life this week. I also have a presentation I need to work on. My partner has not responded to me yet, and there's a 6-page paper I have to do that goes along with the presentation. So that's just going to be my week. I'll talk to you guys later once I've actually read some of this. I need to get started ASAP. I'm trying to edit a video, and Buttercup thinks that my computer is great to scratch her face. So I only just started this book, and the writing is at times off-putting. To me, it is overly descriptive at times. Like, I do not need to know every single thing that the mom bought at the grocery store. Also, there are a lot of references to sex, flatulence, masturbation. When Amanda, our main character, the mother in the family, goes to the grocery store, she starts having sexual fantasies about the guy bagging her groceries because vacations make you horny. And then there's a scene of Clay, Amanda's husband and the dad, pleasuring himself because vacations make you horny. God, I just don't understand the heterosexuals. Like, are they okay? Drizzle, do you understand what's wrong with the heterosexuals? Why do they think about sex all the time? I don't get it. Do you get it?
She likes to drink water out of the tub. When she wants some, she will come fetch me from wherever I am in the house to get me to turn it on for her. Enjoy.
Hello everyone, Jackie here to wrap up this vlog. I just finished reading Leave the World Behind by Rumaan Alam, and I do not know how to describe this book to you or what to rate it. I think I'm gonna give it 3 stars just because I'm not really sure what to make of it. I will say that it did get better after the first 50 pages or so. I found the first 50 pages nearly impossible to get through because there were so many descriptions of bodily fluids and bodily functions that I really don't want to hear about. And the writing did have that pretentiousness that I often find in literary fiction books where, this is gonna sound mean, but I feel like literary fiction authors try too hard to sound smart. They use every big word and every metaphor they can think of because they want people to think they're deep, when in actuality they are just going on and on and on for far too long. This book is only 242 pages. However, really nothing happens in the book. Like, things happen, but also things don't happen. I am not even sure how to describe this book because my teacher described it as a thriller. One of the blurbs on the back describes it as a science fiction. I think literary fiction is just the best way to describe it. It doesn't fit perfectly into either of those genres. And I feel like the book was not at all what I expected it to be. Based off of the blurb, I thought this was going to be a thriller that addressed race relations with this white family and this black couple in this house together during a end of the world scenario. And I thought the drama was going to be from this question of, are GH and Ruth, the black couple, are who they say they are? Are Amanda and Clay, the white couple, going to trust them? And that didn't really happen. This blackout that has happened in New York and these unexplained events around America, I don't think it's a spoiler to say there is never any explanation given, and the book ends very abruptly. It kind of reminds me of Bird Box, which I never read the book, but I did see the movie, in the fact that there is this unexplained series of events happening causing this end of the world scenario, but there's never an explanation about why these things are happening or a concrete resolution. Ultimately, I think the depiction of race relations that Alam was going for in this book was successful. Amanda and Clay are not likable characters, nor are they supposed to be. They really are that wealthy, liberal couple who think they're not racist, but you can see in their minds that they do have these racial biases in their mind, that they are not working to address. Instead of becoming anti-racist, they deny any privilege or internalized racism they have. And you can see that they are not entirely comfortable with Ruth and GH, and they do have a suspicion of them because of their race. However, if we're talking about this book purely from a plot or an entertainment standpoint, I don't think it was successful because I really question what the point of this book was. And even though it sounds like it should have a very interesting and suspenseful plot, not a lot of things happen, and personally, I left the book just feeling rather confused. It sounds harsh, but to me, this book is more so an idea for a great story rather than an actually great story. That's the best way I can describe it. This book really perplexed me, and I definitely think it had the potential to be a lot better than it actually was. Granted, there are lots of people on Goodreads who gave this book 5 stars, and there are people who gave it 1 star. So just because I didn't love it doesn't mean that there aren't people out there who might love it. It just didn't give me the concrete answers that I was looking for and didn't have enough action to keep me fully engaged. I hope that makes sense. So guys, that is it for my thriller reading vlog. To recap, in this vlog I read My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing, which I gave 5 stars. The best book I read in this vlog ended up being the first one. Then I read Lock Every Door by Riley Sager, and while originally I was going to give this book 3 stars because I liked the beginning and hated the ending, after having more time to process it, I think Lock Every Door was for me a 2-star book. The ending was just so unbelievably bad that it really took away from the good things I enjoyed about the book. And lastly, I read Leave the World Behind. I think I'm going to give this 3 stars. It had some positives and some negatives, but ultimately the biggest feeling I walked away from this book with was confusion. So that is it for me today. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me. I post new videos every single Wednesday. My social media links are down below if you want to follow me on Tumblr, Instagram, or be my friend on Goodreads. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a thrilling rest of your day. Bye, and I'll see you in the next one.